Hey guys, Ronan and Reaper here. I know what you're thinking. This is not an afternoon, this is not a Sunday or a Saturday, no. This is Monday night. Yeah, a Monday night cinema trip. Wow. Rare occurrence is happening here in 2024. So I'm about to head in to see what might not be the best choice for a Monday night cinema trip, the Iron Claw. So hyped for this. I'm hearing nothing but fantastic things. I'm really excited to see this because I've been hearing this is genuinely quite devastating, hearing great performances and stuff. So yeah, I'm expecting a really great film. So yeah, not gonna waste too much more time. I'm gonna head in, get my snacks, get my seat, go see the Iron Claw. Probably should have brought some tissues to be honest. So I've got my popcorn here and a Sprite, ready to watch a film that might actually make me cry. So yeah, it's the day after. Look, I was really excited to watch The Iron Claw. I had been hearing nothing but brilliant things about it. Obviously, it had been released stateside over Christmas in the usual move of, trying to capitalize on potential awards nominations. It largely got shunted by the awards bodies, most notably the Academy. But still, I was really excited to see this. Obviously, all that acclaim behind it, but also the fact that what little I do know of the real life story sounded really interesting. So I was thinking, yeah, this will be a really interesting one for the big screen. So yeah, I eagerly awaited this thing's delayed release in the UK. It only came out a couple weeks ago. But is The Iron Claw a fittingly devastating telling of a tragic real life story? Let's find out. So in the film, we meet the Von Erich brothers, Kevin, David, Kerry, and Mike, who are all trained and primed for greatness thanks to their former wrestler father, Fritz Von Erich. And he vows to keep the boys safe through wrestling by making them fastest and strongest men alive. He vows to keep them safe due to the Von Erich family name supposedly having a curse behind it. So, as devastating events take place, the brothers stick together through thick and thin, as their father trains them to make them into the greatest wrestling family in the history of the sport. So yeah, obviously this has kind of been ignored by the awards bodies. Like there's not a single Oscar nom, and of course Jeremy Allen White, who's in the film, recently spoke out about it and said it's out of their control. But honestly, I haven't seen the film. I'm genuinely surprised that the Oscars ignored this because wow, this was a fantastic film. Genuinely, like this is just such a devastating story, man. Like, and it's obviously told in a fittingly devastating manner, and yeah, it hits hard and does not pull any of its punches, much like the brothers at the center of the film when they are in the ring. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this does touch on some, fairly familiar story structure, but it does it extremely well. Like, obviously, familiar story beats can work well if executed right, and this executes them excellently. Like, it never sinks itself down into cliche or anything. That it is a very subtle and tenderly written story of of brotherly love even in the face of great tragedy. And it's consistently so compelling to watch because of the central dynamic of the Von Erich family. I mean, you've got some absolutely fantastic performances here. Like, you've got a career best Zac Efron as Kevin. He's, sort of kind of a bit more shy and awkward when speaking publicly. But in the ring, he is this, ample physicality, like incredibly stoic presence. And even outside the ring, he tries to maintain this presence of stoicism, even in the face of these increasingly like grim, tragic events. He is fantastic, and the fact that he did not get a Best Actor nomination, genuinely staggering. He's also joined by a great supporting cast, including the rest of the brothers. You got Jeremy Allen White as Kerry. He's this more troubled, quite quietly intense presence as a as an increasingly fractured, troubled individual. He is fantastic, and he has this ample physicality thanks to this broad physique. He's great. Maybe this will be my opportunity where I finally watch The Bear. You've also got Harris Dickinson as David. He's great. He's like this bit more playful of the brothers, but he's also in quite a nice contrast to Kevin. He's this very charismatic, very confident speaker in public. Yeah, he's great. And you also have this very gentle-natured musician, brother Mike, played by Stanley Simons, and yeah, he is great. Just a real lovely character. And the women of the piece as well are also great. Maura Tierney as their mother, and also Lily James as Kevin's girlfriend, Pam, who, she was very much of the belief that, we make our own luck. There's no such thing as curses or luck, but, it's what we make. And yeah, she's great as she tries her very best to, pull Kevin away from this curse. But obviously, I have to give props to Holt McCallany as as Fritz. Wow, he's great. He's fantastic as this guy who very much lives vicariously through his sons, and pushes them and pushes them to their breaking point. To ensure their greatness, and also they hit hard in the ring. Obviously, in retaliation to a sport that basically rejected him, and you can feel that bitterness in every scene he's on screen. He is fantastic, but he does all this kind of through a weird, twisted, tough love, wherein he wants his sons to succeed. He wants them to be great, but ultimately, how he goes about it is certainly misjudged, and this is almost an indictment of of that kind of parenting. Yeah, he is fantastic. In fact, everybody here is great. It's just an all-round great set of performances, and ultimately, thanks to these performances and some very tender, subtle writing, there are these few moments of joy, of hope, such as a scene of Mike performing a gig at a university campus, and the family together dancing and partying at Kevin's wedding. It's these moments of joy and humanity that allow the devastating gut punches to hit even harder. Wow. Oh boy. Like, seriously, you could actually hear a pin drop. Like, you really feel that shift in tone in the back half of the film as all these devastating events, these great tragedies happen. And I will admit, I did feel a few tears form in my eyes, especially the last couple of scenes. Wow, this film hits hard and does not hold back. Genuinely, this is a fantastically tragic film. And weirdly, its period setting does a great job of communicating its tone. Like, yeah, cinematography wise, it's got like some vibrance to it, shot on what looks like warm, fuzzy, grainy film, but also has this aching darkness to it. And you've got a soundtrack as well of some, really solid, period accurate bangers, including Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper. And also a Rush needle drop for the ages, a literal needle drop. Oh, yeah, instantly iconic. And also Mike's song Live That Way Forever. It's a really solid, semi-recurring music cue that's, a part, wonderful and tragic. And also a bit of an earworm. I was humming it all morning. But, all of this does a great job of communicating a place and time and tone and just, really ties this whole thing together. This is just a fantastic film. The fact that the award body ignored this, genuine disgrace, honestly. I love this film. This is obviously going to be in my top 10 of the year, maybe even my top 5. The rankings may change, as Fritz would say, but yeah, I loved this. And yeah, overall, the Iron Claw, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So yeah, have you seen the Iron Claw? What did you think of it? What did you make of all those Oscar snubs? And are you someone who knows the real Von Erich story? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.